Hey everyone, welcome back to our journey through the book of Job. We've reached a pivotal moment in the story. Job has been through so much, and he's finally ready to make his last stand. His final defense before God. Today, we're diving into chapters 31 and 32, where Job lays it all on the line, and a new, mysterious character enters the scene. Let's start with chapter 31. This chapter is incredible. It's essentially Job's oath of innocence. He's not just saying I'm a good guy. He's getting specific, calling down curses upon himself if he has done any of the things he's about to list. It's like he's in a courtroom, swearing on a Bible, and presenting his final, powerful testimony. He starts by declaring his commitment to purity. He says, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a young woman. In a world where his friends are accusing him of hidden sins, Job starts by addressing his inner life, his thoughts, and his intentions. This is a profound statement about integrity. It's not just about what we do, but who we are when no one is watching. Then, he runs through a whole list of what-ifs. He asks, what if I've been dishonest in business? What if I've mistreated my servants, ignoring their rights? Job believed that justice wasn't just for the powerful, but for everyone, regardless of their social standing. He even says he and his servants were created by the same God in the womb. That's a radical idea for his time. He continues, what if I've ignored the poor, the widow, or the orphan? He claims he's always shared his food and resources. He didn't put his trust in gold or wealth. He didn't rejoice when his enemies suffered. He didn't try to hide his sin out of fear of public opinion. He's basically saying, search me, God. Look at my entire life. My actions, my thoughts, my heart. If you find any of this wickedness in me, then let the worst happen. This is Job at his most vulnerable and defiant. He is so confident in his integrity that he's willing to sign his name to this testimony and demand that God, the Almighty, answer him. He lays out his case and says, here is my signature. Let the Almighty answer me. He's not backing down. And with that, the long, grueling debate between Job and his three friends comes to a screeching halt. They have nothing left to say. They're silenced because Job was righteous in his own eyes. And that's where chapter 32 kicks in, introducing someone completely new. Just when you think the story is at a standstill, a young man named Elihu steps forward. He's been listening to this whole conversation, quietly, respectfully, waiting for the elders to finish, and he is not happy. Elihu is angry with Job's three friends because they couldn't refute Job's claims. They just condemned him without providing any real answers and made God look bad in the process. But he's also angry with Job. Why? Because Job was more concerned with justifying himself than with vindicating God. In his desperate search for answers, Job had started to sound like he was more righteous than God himself. Elihu, whose name means my God is he, feels compelled to speak. He says, I am young in years, and you are old. That is why I was fearful and dared not declare my knowledge to you. He believed age brought wisdom, but after hearing their circular arguments, he realizes that wisdom doesn't just come from age. It comes from the Spirit of God. He feels a fire in his belly, a divine pressure to share his perspective. He says, I am full of words, and the Spirit within me compels me. Inside I am like bottled up wine, like new wineskins, ready to burst. He promises to be impartial. Not to flatter anyone, but to speak the truth as he sees it. So, the stage is now set for a brand new monologue. Elihu is about to offer a fresh perspective that will bridge the gap between Job's suffering and God's eventual appearance. He's going to challenge both Job and his friends, setting the stage for the climax of the entire book. What will he say? We'll have to find out next time. Thanks so much for joining me today to explore these powerful chapters. It really makes you think about what true integrity looks like, and the courage it takes to stand for what's right, even when you're all alone. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our deep dive into Elihu's speech. See you in the next video.